And just like that, guys, we are in the mix. What is going on? Happy Thursday. Man, we made it to another day. Another week is in the books almost. We've got just a little bit left. What is it, a couple more hours before we hit Friday, and we are going to be to the good, guys. We got an awesome show tonight. Just want to let you guys know. I want you guys to take a look right here. We got Hamilton's hangers up here. And just so you know, we're going to do a giveaway on the channel. And then on top of that, we've got Mountain RC here as our special guest. And so, yeah, man, I wanted to make a point to make sure we have some of the people who watch the channel and are always in here. I told you guys I was going to reach out and start having some people that are in the channel that enjoy a lot of things that we do and always in here. So that was one of the things that I want to do. So he has a channel that he's trying to grow as well. So, yeah, guys. So without further ado, I reached out to Mountain RC. The cool thing about him is that he has been religiously, and I'm not kidding you, like for over a couple of months, the very first person in most of these rooms that I see. So I wanted to pull him in here. So we've got some RC Pilot will be in here shortly, and probably some of the other guys will be dragging on in here too as well. But without further ado, guys, I want to bring in Mountain RC. What's going on, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me on.
Is it going, man? So look, I had to give you a big salute because you're always in the channel. You're always like first. It actually surprised me because I was like, man, this guy's always in here the first time. Like, you're in here before I'm in here sometimes. So, like, I'll set up the room and then I'll check in there and I'll see the comments and I'm like, man, we've already got people in there. And it's like an hour prior too. So, I mean, it's pretty cool to have you in here. So
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on.
No, man. And look, this channel is always about, trying to make other people that have channels, bringing them to light, trying to always help out some people. And like, we're always just trying to like, bring in the community, dude. So now's your time to shine, my friend. So without further ado, guys, yeah, we've got Alan with Mountain RC in the mix, and I'd like to welcome him to the live show, man. What's going on?
Man, I'm just flying planes, just doing what everyone else is doing, trying to, get some good weather and get out there and get some flights in.
Speaking of good weather, so where are you located out of?
So
where do you live?
I live out of West Jordan, Utah.
Okay.
And not too far away from where Jeremy Solt lives. He's about I would say 35, 45 minutes north of me.
Nice.
So we cross paths quite a bit and see each other at the field from time to time. So yeah, up here in the mountains.
Now look, Jeremy's not in here, so this is a safe place. Now, is Jeremy the same Jeremy on here as he is out there at the field?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. There is no difference.
I knew he was.
It's the same guy. He's you see him out at the field and you go to talk to him and he's just ready to, give you all the information that you're looking for on every one of the planes that he's worked on.
Yeah.
He's looking for that criticism. He's looking for, when I see him out there testing these planes, he really pushes these things hard to try to make sure that you're getting a really good product.
Right.
I got the chance to see him fly the J20.
Oh, you did?
I got footage of it, but I'm just not allowed to show it yet.
That's right. Now tell everybody in here, the J20 hasn't been released yet, but what is your take on the J20?
So I got to watch two of those fly in tandem. I got to watch another Banana Hobby team pilot, Eduardo, maiden one with Jeremy, and it's amazing. It's an amazing jet. It flies so good. I'm excited to show it because I know that you guys are gonna really enjoy this jet. One of the things that I really loved about it is the attention to detail that they put on this thing. Mainly the retracts are all metal retracts, like all the way down to the housing where the struts are. They're full metal.
Wow.
One thing that I don't know if people know about this, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, I don't think it's a big deal, but it's even got a connector on there for you to be able to have air brakes if you want to put brakes on this thing.
Yeah. like the model is phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
it is absolutely phenomenal. So that's like some of the stuff that people really get to see. So, and one thing too is, you know, a lot of people are like impatient. They want to know
Mm-hmm.
where is it at. Like, you know, it's taking
Yeah.
forever. Trust me, they're trying to perfect it. I know for
He
a fact.
is, and that's kind of some of the reason why, you know, they wanted me to kind of hold on to the footage, because they want to make sure that it is pristine before
Yeah.
any footage goes out the door and
Yeah.
people see this thing. But I could tell you, man, it's going to knock it out of the park. I even got a really cool shot of it flying with the B1, and it's pretty awesome.
And see, Alan, you get a chance to actually see like what really goes into like Banana Hobby when they're like doing like the, you know, the R&D on these airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just out here trying to like sell a product to the masses. They actually care.
No, after I got done filming, and a couple of days later, I got messages from Jeremy asking me, "What did you think? Give me a 1 to 10. What did you like? What did you not like? Did you notice anything in flight? Was there any kind of anything that you noticed that we need to work on?" And he was asking for all those things because, like I said, he really does care about, you know, putting out a good product, because, you know, it's his reputation too, because he's testing that product, so he's like putting his stamp on
Right.
these aircraft, you know.
Right. Yeah, and so he is really, he's a big asset, honestly, to Banana Hobby. So prior to that, he was with Motion RC. So man, they took a big hit, man, when they didn't get him a second time for sure. But
Yeah.
as you can see, Banana Hobby is thriving because
Mhm.
of him too. So
They're doing better than they ever have.
I was getting ready to say, I remember. Do you remember Banana Hobby from like way back in the day?
Oh yeah,
Like
yep.
with Pete and everything. Yeah. So it's like the best that I've ever seen. So.
Mm-hmm.
But but what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold off real quick, and I wanted to bring in Hamilton's Hangers, guys. Phenomenal dude. If you don't know this guy, you probably should. But Alan, I don't know if you've met Hamilton before, but you're about to. So boom, Hamilton Hangers, what's going on, buddy?
What's up? How's it going, man? Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm glad you're in here, man.
Man.
I've been trying to link up
Thank
with
you.
you for a while. We talked about you doing this collab, getting you on here, and everything like this. And so, Alan, just so you know.
Really happy.
Hamilton's out in what? The Midwest. You're out in Illinois?
Illinois, right? Smack in the middle, man. Nice and flat out here. Tell you what.
Yeah, nice and flat, dude. Naturally good flying fields and everything like that. Don't even have to roll them anymore, man. It's just flat cods country out that way. So,
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
but something
Right,
cool is
good.
going down in the mix is with Hamilton is going to raffle off a couple of his products for you guys on the channel right here. So you guys that are in the chat right now are going to have a chance to win some cool stuff that he has. So we're not going to tell you exactly what it is, but it's going to be something pretty cool, something similar like this. But he has 3D printed some killer items. And by the way, Hamilton,
appreciate it.
Wanted to let you know, me and Will actually before this show right here, we just got back from flying, and Will ran out to his truck, and I was like, "Man, where are you going, dude? What are you doing?" He was like, "I told Hamilton I was gonna wear the piece." And so he went out there and threw it on and everything. And I was like, "Dude, you're making me look bad, man." I was like, "You know, I left mine at home." But
you gotta be worried, man. That's awesome.
Needless to say, these things are super cool. So Mountain RC, if you don't have one of these, you need to link up with Hamilton.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, they're just neat. You know, maybe you might not like the Mr. T chain kind of deal going on, but I'm sure he
wouldn't like a Mr. T chain.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you're a child of the 80s or the 90s, you love Mr. T.
Yeah.
You can just pop those links. You can just pop those links off there, dude. Like, you know, I got one right here. You know, you can stack it on the wall. It doesn't have to go like that. So you can just simply spread it on and off.
Dude, I didn't even think about that. You're absolutely right. I see that.
You know, you can just have it to wear at events when you go to them. You know what I mean? Things like that. Or like, you know, hang up easier when you're out and about at events, right? Because it'll be a little bit easier to hang up with the chain.
That's, dude, I didn't even think about that, man. You know, golly.
yeah.
So, and I'm not kidding. And this is a plug, just so y'all know, but the quality of this thing is actually really, really good. Like up close, I'm impressed, man. So anyway, shameless plug. We got Hamilton's Hanger in here in the mix. But I wanted to bring him in and Hamilton, jump into the conversation and everything, man, because you're a resident of the channel. You've been here a couple of times. So but back to Alan. So you're out in Utah in the flat country out there. Mm-hmm. Well, it's not flat actually, is it? It's kind
of
it's
very mountainous.
And what's your elevation where you're at?
We're probably like 4,800 feet. So
pretty
high up
how
there.
How does that affect your flying though?
So I usually, when you do speed trials,
Yeah.
I have to take about 20% off of whatever top speed that you're getting because we lose about 20%.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're getting 140, I'm usually getting about maybe 120 top speed, maybe a little more.
Man, that's crazy. I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
So it really does.
Yeah. So a lot of times when I see speed trials online and people trying to test them out to see how fast they go, I always have to take that with a grain of salt. I'm like, okay, you're getting 135, so I'm going to get 120 something.
Right.
But I mean, still, that's pretty fast. It's still pretty fast.
Man. So, needless to say, you've you are out there in Utah and everything like that. You've been linking up with Jeremy and everything, so you know him pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, tell me, like, what got you into the hobby?
So my dad was in the Navy, and I grew up in San Diego, and so we went to a lot of air shows at the Miramar Naval Base, where they had the fighter weapons school, Top Gun school, and watched the Blue Angels and all that. And in between, like the flight demonstrations, they had the local RC clubs go out and fly their planes out there. And one that sold me was this guy had a big 747 jet with a space shuttle mounted on top of it. And, they were taking that off on the runway, and then the space shuttle would detach and fly around. And I'm like, sold.
Yeah.
I want to do this. That's kind of what got me into wanting to do this. Fast forward to like 6 years ago, I was visiting a client for work, and I got out of my car and I looked across the parking lot out of this open field, and I saw this plane doing this crazy aerobatics. I'm like, what in the heck am I seeing? And then I realized it was an RC plane, and like my youth come flooding back, like
really
when I wanted to fly.
Awesome.
And so I went out there and I found this field, this RC field, like 500-foot long runway and a nice pit area, and it had a cross breeze, a crosswind runway. So I definitely decided to look into the club there to see how I can get involved. And then I told myself, I'm going home and I'm going to look into these RC jets, and I'm going to look into these planes and see what's going on. So I YouTubed RC jet, and the first thing that popped up was a video of this guy named RC Plane Reviewer flying 5 years ago, flying a Freewing L-39,
sure
80
was.
millimeter. And I saw the excitement that you had, and when you flew it, mained it, and got it down, and that whole elation was infectious, and I wanted that. Not necessarily the plane, but I wanted that feeling of doing something hard. And the one thing I want to say real quick is everybody who's in the chat, everybody who flies RC planes, congratulations, because flying RC planes is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right.
I mean, think about where you started and what you were flying when you first started and what you're flying now. And think about all the things that you learned in between. I mean, and the fact that you're still doing it is a pretty amazing feat. And all these people that are flying planes, congratulations, because you learned how to do something really hard.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not kidding, man. You're not kidding at all. That's actually a pretty neat way to look at things too, because I guess it's something that we just kind of do. We take it for granted,
Yeah. I mean,
how easy it is.
I mean, you think about what you were flying, 5 years ago, and now you're into turbine jet.
I know.
It's like,
it is crazy.
But
it
the
really
only way
is
you could have gotten there is through hard work and dedication and commitment, and we having to actually drive out to a place to go fly, and trial and error and learning perseverance, which is all stuff that you can use outside of the hobby too.
You're right. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Man, you're tracking, dude. Man, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
you're definitely dead on. Now, somebody said Alan does great work on custom schemes, and I'm looking at some of these airplanes behind you, dude, and they look amazing. Like that Minuteman right there.
Yeah,
that F-16 with the camo, and the F-22 over there to your right hand side down below. You did all those?
Yeah, I did all custom paint schemes. The FMS Rafale, and just shout out to Hamilton. I got the Rafale because of watching your videos, man.
Look at you, dude.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks, bro.
So that's why I picked that up, and then I did my own custom scheme. But watching you fly that out there, I was like, okay, I'm sold. I'm buying that thing.
Yep.
So
it's a good choice.
Yeah. So I love doing customs. That's almost as much as flying. Every time I get a new plane, I just don't want to go to the field and have the same plane, same scheme as like 10 other guys at the field. Yeah. So I'm like, I want to do something different. So every time I get a plane, I always do a custom scheme on it just to be different, I guess.
Yep. And dude, that's the cool thing about this hobby is it's like I'm kind of like I'm with you. Like I like seeing different things, variety things of airplanes and stuff. So, you know, it's just neat being able to personalize. It's kind of like what the hobby is about. And like I'm
Yeah.
looking at all those airplanes behind you, dude, and you really do got some pretty good customized airplanes back there. I mean, I
Right.
see
You
them,
know, some of that I learned from Hex Speed because have you seen some of his custom stuff?
dude. He's got
Oh, yeah.
nice stuff.
Yeah, I
Oh, yeah,
watched
dude.
I watched
Real
him
nice.
do a refinish on a F-18 Blue Angels, and it was like the shiniest thing I've ever seen for a foam.
I
And
know.
I'm like, so I kind of watched him and saw how he was doing his customs, and then the RC geek, obviously he does custom stuff too, and I kind of followed some of his methods and to achieve some of these schemes that I got here.
It's neat to see, man, just kind of like how everything comes together like this,
Yep.
It really is. So let me ask you, so you got into the hobby and everything. How many years do you think that you've been in it? I mean, I'm looking behind you, man. You got a
Not
ton of
long,
hair
like
back
6
there.
years.
Really? That's it?
Yeah, yep. I've been flying for about 6 years.
So have you jumped in it too?
Longer
Like
than
the rest,
me.
like I was gonna say, like, did you dive into it head first like we all did?
Oh yeah, it was an absolute it was an addiction, like right off the bat.
It's crazy,
I
isn't it?
drank
How
the
like
Kool-Aid and I got the
Another
whole
airplane.
cooler just dumped it on me.
yeah, I need a airplane. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get the shakes and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I'm constantly thinking about flying. I fly before work, I fly after work. I mean, it's when I'm at home, I'm thinking about flying and I'm working on planes. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
when I get into your chat like an hour before the show starts, I'm just in here tinkering around and I just throw up the thing and I'm ready and just get gearing up. And then you get me all excited, and then I'm like, dang it! And I get off watching the podcast, and I can't, I want to get out there and fly,
I know, dude. It
Yeah.
really does like amp me up to like want to fly and stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
even some of the stuff Che does, like he's been getting into like, man, what'd you have that big like F-22, man? I mean, you had that sucker all squared away
that
and
90,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
dude,
mean-
it's not done yet. I can go grab it and show you guys. I don't think I've shown you guys the underbelly where the Schubler is, so I can show you guys that real fast. But it's
Yeah, you got
almost
a
done and
Schubler in
stuff.
that
I mean,
I'd love
I've
to
been
see
like,
that.
3D printing everything for it and stuff like that, which is part of the stuff that we're going to give away tonight because I'm about to be launching a cockpit set for this, like a fully,
Wow.
multicolor cockpit
Yeah.
set. So the seats are all like, legit colored. It's all fully 3D printed and stuff like that. So that's going to be
Yeah,
given
man.
away as a kit tonight too.
Let's
But
roll.
between that and like printing the doors and then like building my own business and being a father and a husband, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's worth it. So some stuff has to get put on the back burner and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But in the
Oh,
meantime,
yeah.
I'm still building and still learning more about what I'm doing along the way, because there was no manual with what I'm doing or anything like that. So
Just
but it feels good to be almost
learning
done.
the craft.
Speaking of that, just make sure you guys stay tuned to my channel because I tell you that it's about to be done. It's about to be done because these are our 12S batteries that we're putting inside of there. So this is not a small battery.
Holy
but-
cow. Wait a minute.
This is lighter and actually a little bit shorter than
Hold on,
two
let me
of
bring
these
you
put
to the-
together separately.
Oh, that's
You know
the
what I mean?
SMC 12S?
Yes, SMC 12S.
Oh
Holy
my
cow.
God.
HV2. I have not opened them up yet, but I plan to like tomorrow, or
Jeez.
tonight maybe. Like you guys say, like, you get off the phone or get off here and then it's like, back to RC. So,
Yeah.
thinking
Jeez,
about it
dude.
now for like a day or so, and then I got a 12S charger for it too, so I have the 12S balance port on there, so it should be pretty cool though, man. But I've
So
never seen a
guys-
12S battery, so I don't even know what to even really expect when
What
I
does
open
the
this up,
12S
other than, like,
battery port or battery lead look like?
I know.
Yeah, like
Is
I
it?
will like that long.
Yeah.
That is nuts. I've never seen anything like that. That's crazy.
I know it's crazy, right? So
Jeez.
Wow.
things coming along though, man. You know what I mean? But it's investment, and you know what I mean, things like that. And,
Oh, yeah.
I have a lot of hobbies, man. This is not my only hobby. I ride 4-wheelers, like, you know what I mean.
I
like
saw
to
you
build, like,
riding
hydroelectric
4-wheelers.
stuff.
Yeah.
Kids are in sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty much everything. I have a camera. You know what I mean? Things like that, which is a large investment. Like, consistently. And
So, hey,
yeah.
and guys, don't forget we're getting ready to do a giveaway here pretty shortly. So stay
Yeah.
tuned, man. We're gonna give some giveaways. We're gonna have some fun with that. We're gonna do the number picker over here in a short couple of minutes here, and we're gonna cook that thing off. What you think, Hamilton?
yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Nice.
Winner.
Nice. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
So I say like in let's see, it's 8:59. We'll do it in a couple of minutes, and we'll do like we'll raffle off some some product, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that sounds great to me, man. That sounds great to me. And
We
if you're
got
feeling like, we I actually have an extra one of these too. So there could be
Oh,
an extra
nice. Yeah, I'm trying. Oh,
Maverick, Iceman, and Goose, but I have an extra Maverick. So,
by the way, how long did it take for you to make those things, man?
about 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. In the printer itself.
Jeez.
You know what I mean? But it took me a little while to be able to make it. It's all layered differently, so whoever gets these will see. You know what I mean? And
Right.
yeah. But they're pretty awesome, man. You know what I mean? Doesn't take as much time as you think, but to me, 5-6 hours is not that long for a print, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you are getting up in the 12 to 15 hour range, like, that's a long
Jeez.
time. But yeah, I also have 2 printers, you know what I mean? So with thousands of hours on them. So they run
Man.
they're just not running right now because they're behind my camera, and I just didn't want to hear the noise.
Got it. Oh man, you shut down operation just for us, man. I certainly appreciate that.
I did, dude. Man, sorry,
Hey,
man. I could
look,
easily
we're
start
cutting
one up
into
just
your
like that from
funds
my
over
phone too, man. Jeez.
We're cutting into his funds operation, but no,
No,
we
you're
certainly
not. No, you're
appreciate it,
not.
man.
Whatever.
Well, look,
I appreciate
I
it,
certainly
man. Thank
appreciate
you.
everything, man. So,
Hey, Jeremy.
but yeah, let's say at about 9-10, we do a raffle of like 1 or 2. Is that cool?
Let's do it.
Nice. All right. So in about 10 minutes, we're going to do that. And unfortunately, Mountain RC, you don't get to, join in on the festivities.
What do I do?
But at least you're on the channel. So
heck yeah.
Let's talk about what kind of airplanes do you like to fly? Like what do you think?
I'm a jet guy. I think that's kind of where I'm at. I like flying some prop planes, and I do have quite a few of them. But my love has always been with the jets and specifically scale jets. I mean, some of those sport jets are pretty fun, like the new one you're probably going to talk about here in a little bit, but but mainly scale military jets is what I like to fly. That's kind of my niche, I guess.
Yeah, I'm something about like the EDF jets, man, are just fun. And I've I just kicked out a review on a prop plane. What was it? The Yak 11 from Hobby King. And honestly, guys, that is a phenomenal flying airplane. If you haven't seen, I'm over here hiding behind this little logo here. But if you haven't seen that that video of it, guys, you really got to take a look at it because that airplane is absolutely great. And for a prop plane, where most warbirds, I don't like my warbirds without noise. And that one actually does it for me because
that thing has a sound on her.
It's got a mean sound, right? So you notice it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that big old prop on there. And dude, it's just got power to spare. So but I was out there, what was it, last week flying that thing, and I got the video of that one done, man. And so I wanted to kick that one out. And so it's a good plane. Hamilton's back with his F-22. So check that out with the Schubler in there. Dude, that is heavily modified.
Yeah, dude. So this thing's coming like really, really along very, very well, even though it may not look like it to some of you guys, you know what I mean? But this thing looks a lot better than what it ever did. I can tell you that. And man, after first cutting, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we completely gutted this thing. Everything's modified on it to be able to go close to 200 miles an hour.
200 miles an hour.
Yeah, I mean, the projected speed of this one is 248 miles an hour, dude. But like with our weight and things like that, then I'm projected to go like, close to 200. So that's really like my main goal. But
that is unreal, dude.
But yeah, there's afterburner on there and stuff, man. This is going to be a fully activate, fully door, you know what I mean? Things like that, 3D printed.
Jeez.
Yeah, same thing on like, each side and things like that. I've got it all closed off now and everything. Yeah, so it's coming along pretty well.
What size ESC are you using in that?
There's a Castle 160 in there.
160.
Wow.
Yeah, which is still plenty of room, way more than what it needs to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's a smooth flight 16 in here on the other side. Everything's going separately in high voltage just for an electron retracts, which was a lot of fun to build everything on my own. But yeah, dude, you guys asked about it, so.
Man, that's wild,
everywhere. I'll flip it over so you guys can see the underbelly there. So
man, that's crazy. So those are the inlets, right? Are those inlets right there for breathing, for getting air? Where your fingers are?
Open them up. Yeah, open them up. See how big they are?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's
we're
crazy.
Not gonna be starving. We're not gonna be starving. You know what I mean? But anyways, I'm not really like trying to like those, speed passes with it 24/7 things like that. You know what I'm saying? Really just a couple times things like that. Really just more for fun. So
wow,
yeah,
that's impressive.
All that work.
I can't
so
wait.
Together really, really well.
Yeah, I can't wait to
20
see
amp
the
AC in here. We're almost there. I got the smooth flight mounted. Got the unit lights right here. Yeah, the slime lights, which I'm working on for Will as well right now for his 105.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. But, dude, you're doing it, man. You're doing
a lot of time though, dude. You know what I mean? So like you guys said though, with all the learning and things like that though, like which comes time, man.
Yep. So. Man. And look what the cat brought in. We got Jeremy Stolden here. What's going on, Jeremy? How are you doing, man?
Well, I just bought a camera. I just bought my computer trying to decide that whether or not it wanted to play sound. I couldn't hear a thing you guys are doing. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Well, the good news is it looks like you won the war and the battle. So there you go.
We made it. We made it.
Man. we got the
What's up, guys? Alan, how are you, buddy?
Dude, I'm good. How are you, man?
Need to get down that way and fly the C-17.
I know. I need to see that.
Now, you actually missed the beginning part of this because we were literally talking about you there, buddy.
Well, hopefully it was good news because my ears weren't burning and I haven't, got any pokes or anything. So no voodoo dolls.
Yeah, I was wondering. I was hoping you were watching. You were hearing me ask questions and stuff like that. But it looks like you passed the stress test. So yeah, man. But I tell you, it's neat to talk to people from all over the country and kind of get a feel for what they like too. What I've noticed is like, man, EDFs are like the hot spot in the hobby. Would you agree, Alan? Like, would you agree?
For sure. I mean, it's kind of it satisfies that feeling of wanting to go fast and fly scale planes, and it's affordable for most people, and that's kind of where it's at. Yeah, for sure.
Where do you see yourself maybe like a couple years down the road? Like, you're going to stick with EDFs, or are you going to branch out to gas planes or turbines?
I really want to fly that Aerofoam F-22 for sure,
dude.
Yeah.
I have watched
plenty of them have been flown at that field.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we got a quadruple threat right here, boys and girls. We are getting crazy. Look, I have watched RC Pilot Will fly his, and that is a really good flying airplane.
Oh yeah.
It flies effortlessly. And I got to tell you, Jeremy, you did a good job, man, on that airplane, flying it and telling everybody, because I thought Jeremy was crazy when he says that would be a good airplane, like an entry-level flyer for like somebody that's going turbine. And it absolutely is a big baby. Once you get it dialed in and the CG squared on, dude, I watch RC Pilot Will, man. That thing flies effortlessly. It's crazy.
There's a caveat to it, right?
All right.
The caveat is that once you get above 90 millimeter airplanes, you get into a whole different level of airplanes that takes a little bit more setup, a little bit more knowledge of what you're doing and planning, because you have to put your receivers where you want it. You usually have to, figure out what landing gear controllers or brake controllers or any of that type of stuff that you have to do on there. So, there's a dividing line that a lot of people don't really see between 90 mil and below, and then 90 mil, 105 and above. It's just two different worlds of airplanes. And once you get into that, yes, like you said, and I've said it many times, there's entry level starter planes. Yeah, they're not always the best, but what they are affordable for you to learn. Versus going composite, where you're dumping another $2,000 in there for that same experience that may not equal what you want. So,
Alan, do you see yourself like going to like the 105s, the 110s? I mean, or
for sure,
at the 80, 90 mark.
No, I definitely can see myself doing a 105 or a 110 for sure. I think I've gotten to that point.
Get you up here to NERCAC.
Yeah, I need to come down there.
Definitely do it.
I was going to say, and you're lucky too, because you're close to Jeremy. So, I mean, Jeremy's the type of dude that, like, if he sees you fly enough, and he'll probably let you jump on the sticks.
Oh, there's been a few times he just said, "Come down and fly some stuff." So I've definitely been.
No, there's no problem with that at all, except the turbine level. We got to make
Right.
sure that you have all your stuff for turbine
Yeah.
there.
Right.
There's no way around that one.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Of course.
EDF wise, yeah, come play. You know.
Yeah, man, you got it, dude. And I'm looking in the comment section. Louis Motorsports says he's 100% about EDFs, and you'll see P51 fan says Jeremy, our club members in DCRC are eager to fly that C-17. We all have 40 millimeter models. They are ready to go. And they're ready for that one to hit the ground.
Supporting the 40 millimeter fun. You know, we're glad you're having fun with it.
Yeah, man, they're ready.
It's been flying awesome. The only thing that we've really noticed is that it kind of gets a yaw wag if you don't have any gyro stabilization in there. So you'll see that. If you start seeing the yaw, the wag, that's because it's got a big tail and we're flying it in 15-mile-an-hour crosswinds. So we've been playing with fun with it. We've been running this thing through the ringer. As you can see, we have skid marks on nacelles.
Oh yeah. Oh, y'all have been having fun.
We have been running it through crosswind fun because we want to run it through everything. We're up there. We're bouncing it. We're trying to get the wings to flap. We're trying to get things to break off. We're trying to do all of that. It's been pretty awesome. This thing's been fun. I cannot wait for you guys to get it. It's been a hoot.
Have you hand launched that thing?
Not yet, but I can do that easy. I've hand launched plenty of larger airplanes. So like the Freewing Raptors. I mean, I've hand launched almost every one of those because why? I just do. You know what I mean? So if you can get a good support on there, like I can, this thing's easy. It's gonna hand launch easy. I mean, and heck, you got flipping flaps on this thing.
I know. Like, what more do you want? Like,
it's all out minus the landing gear retract.
Yeah.
We would want retract.
And you know what? All I'll say is just
be
patient. Yeah, be patient. You know. Hey, look, Jeremy. Omaha Air Defense says Stolt has told me how to land all of my Aerophone planes, and BD Tennessee has given me all my rates. So BD was in the room here earlier. So super helpful dudes. That are all up in here.
There's a lot of people that really need a lot of work on landings. But that's part of the hobby and the fun.
Oh yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do though. We're gonna do a giveaway. So we've got here's how we're gonna do it. We got Hamilton's hangers here with Hamilton's custom information. And this is how we're gonna run it, guys. So I'm gonna have our guest of the channel. We're gonna have a Mountain RC. He's gonna come up with the number. He's just gonna say a number. And I'm going to have a random number picker, right? And if that number comes up on that picker, whoever says that number first in the comments wins one. We're going to do this. We're going to do it 2 times in a row, and then we're going to do it 2 times later. We've got, 4 things to give away? Hamilton?
So like a number between what and what?
So that's a very good question. The number is going to be between.
So he's going to pick a number. You're going to do a randomizer. So there's 2.
I'm doing a number between 1 and 80.
Okay.
So, and what do we have? Actually, we got 44 people in here. Let's do it between 1 and 50 then. That sounds fair.
You got to share the screen for them to see it too. What happened to Will?
I don't know where Will's at. I don't know, man. He's got that bootleg internet over there, you know. He's got that bootleg internet. I'm not so sure. I'm talking trash because I'm hoping he comes in here. But
he's gonna walk in again and be like, "Hey, man."
Oh, I know. He's like, "I don't have bootleg. I pay a lot of money for my fiber internet." I'm like, "I'm just kidding, man. It's gonna be okay." But guys, so we got 45 people in here, and all right. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And let's see, pray nothing inappropriate comes up. And here we go. Let's see here. So we got it right here, as we can see. And I have the number from 1 to 80. I'm going to change it to 50. All right. So you can see the numbers right there.
And who's associated with the number?
Okay. Whoever in the comment section says that number. So,
whoever says that number.
Yep. Whoever types the number in the comment section.
I'll type a number now.
Yeah, no numbers yet.
No numbers yet.
Okay. So what are we gonna do first, man? First giveaway is gonna be for the Iceman one. Then we'll save Maverick for last. So Iceman. All right. So Iceman, Iceman plaque. It says the plaque for the alternates is down in the ladies' room. You know,
All
if you could say it like him.
And I'm not going to look at the chat numbers, so I'm not influenced by anybody.
All right, there we go. All right, we got it right here. Okay, we're all set. You guys ready? Are we ready? Okay. All right, Alan, call a number out, man, between 1 and 50.
Right now?
Right now.
47.
Okay. And let's see. All right. Wait a minute. We did this. I did this backwards.
Yeah, man, you did that like way wrong, man. I'm wondering like what's going on, man.
Yeah.
Actually,
you gotta like, tell him to type the number in the private chat.
Yeah, that's right. You know. Hey, that was a test run. That was a test run.
I'm like, are you sure you want me to call?
Oh man, that is funny, dude.
Yeah, that is crazy.
All right, starting over.
All right, we're gonna
What
try
did I miss? What did I miss?
Hey, we're gonna try
Bobby did it wrong.
That's what I was wondering.
Okay. All right.
So this is for the Iceman one?
Yeah,
this is for the
Iceman.
Check this out real quick.
Okay. You got it right there.
I have Iceman's autograph.
That's actually pretty cool.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Okay.
Oh man, that's cool.
Hey, sorry about that, guys.
That's cool.
That was a little a weird dry run right there. You know, that was a okay. So
user error. All right. So Alan's not going to look at the numbers.
I'm not looking.
You guys are going to put a number in there from 1 to 50, okay? And then he's not going to look. He's going to say the number between 1 and 50. And if it's the number that you put in there, you won. The first person in the comment section to put that number. It's between 1 and 50. Okay. All right, Alan, you got to close your eyes.
I'm okay.
All right. Here we go. We're going to pick that number and spin it.
Ooh. Big bucks, no whammies. Big bucks, no whammies.
All right, Alan, you got to keep your eyes closed. All right, what's the number?
39.
Whoa.
I don't get what's going on.
I think he still did it wrong again.
I still did it wrong, dude. This is ridiculous.
Somebody was close though. I've seen 38 a couple times. I've seen flying veterans like 39.
Dude. Hey, I'm doing this all wrong. This lack of sleep is ridiculous, dude. All right. Hey, look. All right, Alan, don't even worry about it, dude. I'm just gonna let the random number pick the number, okay?
All right.
I'm making this more difficult than it has to be. Hey, I said if you look on the show, it says shenanigans. This is what we're talking about here.
They just can't give up, man. Oh, that's funny.
All right, he's like, and I'm gone. All right, so what we're gonna do is let's do this again. We're gonna re-roll the number. I jacked that one up, okay? But the number was 2. The number was 2 right here. Okay, so we're gonna restart. So everybody pick your numbers between 1 and 50, and then I'm gonna do the random number roller. It wasn't this hard last time. Everybody's gonna wonder what's in this cup here.
Definitely having some lighting issues.
So what if there's more than one person that picks that number?
All right. Well, then the first person who picked the number is the one that wins. So here we go. We're gonna do it by time.
All right,
let's do it.
Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. Number from 75. 1 through 50. Here we go.
Oh.
All right. All right, here we go. We're going to spin it. All right, everybody stop typing in numbers, and we're doing a spin. This is hilarious. $46. All right, who typed in 46? So nobody type in anything. Anybody type in 46?
I don't see it.
Yeah, Michael writes a day.
Yeah,
Michael. All right, he got it. So Michael, which one did he win?
Iceman, right?
Yep, you got Iceman. There you go. Alan kept it straight with the Iceman. So okay. Cool.
Michael, got you. Congratulations, man.
So Michael, make sure you get up with Hamilton Tanger, get his information. And he'll drop the email, drop your email in the comment section, and he'll link up with you. Okay, y'all ready to do the next number? Okay, so everybody keep Keep the number in there clear. Don't type any numbers in there just yet. All right. I'm going to clear this. We're back up active. Okay, I'm going to jump into here. All right, everybody, a number from 1 and 50. Go ahead right now. Type in your numbers. The time is now 9:19. So everybody at 9:19 will be eligible to play. And let's see here.
This one is for Goose. Great
All
balls of fire.
Goose. Check out the
Do
Goose.
it.
All right, that's awesome. Okay. All right, everybody lock it in. All right, and we are done. No more numbers. Right here, that's the end at my hash marks. That is the end. Here we go. And boom. Hey, look at you guys over there sliding numbers in. All right, and that was right there at 9.
Still got people dropping numbers in at 9:20.
I know.
Michael said to redraw the first one too, so I don't know. Why are you saying that, Michael? Did you type early?
Hey Bobby, do you got an option of seeing who is actually in the chat?
No, but if they don't key up in here, then they can't do it. So, all right, so we got the two lines right there. And all right, so everybody from there, starting at 9:19 all the way down.
9:19 to 9:20.
Yep. All right, here we go. We're going to do the random number picker.
Silver Fox is taking everything.
Silver Fox about to be disqualified. All right, here we go. All right.
Survey says
6. Okay. All right, let's jump back in there. Who typed in number 6? Let's see here.
At 7:19.
Well, Silver Fox typed 6 twice.
Yeah, 7:19.
At 7:19.
Yep, we're looking at 7:19.
6:19, man. 9:19 for us. But yeah.
Let's see here. I'm looking.
I don't see any 6 in the 19th minute.
I don't see any 6 either.
Not in the 19th minute. The closest thing is a 7, and that's Victor.
Nope, we're gonna have to roll again. Well, if
you double that, then it equals my number.
This is going to be a 2-hour podcast.
Oh, and look, Winston Brown put it in after the fact. There we go. Okay. All right.
Silver Fox,
you're not kidding about
one
this podcast. It is gonna be long. All right, guys. We're gonna re-roll. Here we go. Starting right now at 9:21, our time. Go ahead and put in your numbers and go.
Do it.
It's 9:22, so you got to give the 21s and the 22s. It just turned over to 22.
Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, haha.
All right. Let's see here.
See what it is.
Yep, we're gonna let it go past 9:22. We're gonna give it another minute. This is funny.
It's going
Everybody
nuts.
only type one number. RP Fly Veteran already typed twice.
I know. Don't worry about them.
He typed 3 times.
All right.
4
All right.
times. So
All right. Almost here. We're almost done.
Oh,
We're almost at 9:23.
And everybody gets an SMC keychain with their, stuff too.
Awesome.
So talk to Danny over at SMC. So Danny, if you're watching this, man, I'll be making you a giant logo, like the Hamilton Tanger one, like Will has and stuff like that, to send you guys to your warehouse and things like that. Because I appreciate your products. So thank you.
All right, there we go. We're at 9:23, and we are done. So here we go.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
All right, we're definitely going to roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, so let's link all the way up here. And all right, let's spin that number. Hopefully somebody gets it.
That
12. Okay. All right.
might be me. I know
Who's
I
got
put a
12?
12 somewhere.
Let's see here. We're looking for 12. Oh, Charlie. We got him right here. Charlie's
Hold on.
RC.
Charlie, you got 12?
Yep, Charlie's RC got 12. There you go, guys.
Well, it looks like RC Flying Veteran put 10, and then he put 12, and then so that was like right as it started.
Yeah. So we're right at 12.
And Jeremy was next. Jeremy was next. If you're only allowed to put one number, then Jeremy was the one after RC Fine Veteran that
No,
put that
man,
in earlier, if I'm not mistaken.
It's locked
RC
in.
Fine Veteran put 12 first because he's at 922. He's the first one that I see at 12. Nobody at 921 put 12.
I mean, I don't care who gets it.
I was
Somebody
gonna
gets
say.
But we gotta be fair. We gotta be fair.
So here we go.
He put 12 first, and then who else got 12? Who
The
else?
first person to get 12 is the one who gets it. So
Where's the dashes?
The line, right? It's after your line.
922.
That was his
922 to
first number.
923.
Yep.
So let me look. I only see 112.
921 to 922. The first 12.
PRC Fine Veteran, and then Jeremy.
And there we go. All right.
It's all right.
I'm going to say it's Charlie's RC. So there we go. He gets one right there. Boom. All righty. Moving right along.
Charlie, make sure you hit me up at hamiltonhanger@gmail.com, man, so I can get you your stuff.
There you go, guys. Boom. So we got it just like that. So yeah, so we are back here with appreciate you guys over there playing. We're gonna have two more giveaways here pretty soon, and then that will conclude tonight. So what do you have left, Hamilton?
Yeah, dude. So I got the Maverick one, and then for the top prize and things like that, we're gonna give away this is for the 90mm Raptor, right, from Free Wing. So that's exactly what this fits. So here is my scale cockpit that I've been working on for a while now. It's coming together pretty good, so I got the guy in there, and then I'm 3D prints and stuff like that. But yeah, so
Nice.
I'm gonna be having an open canopy and whatnot, but just small time stuff. That doesn't
Very
cost a lot of money. You know what I mean? The scale kits can get pretty costly. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
Worth every bit of it. But yeah, so seat, side panels, hands-on throttle and stick, 2 oxygen tanks, and then the panel. So
Got it.
it'll be cool, and everything's colored and things like that. So
Now,
yeah, seats
that's actually
colored.
pretty good. They came along pretty good.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, it all came out great. No, it
since I
came out
got
great.
all 5 of you guys on here, let's transition to the elephant in the room right here, guys. Let's take a look. Now we've had some
You call me an elephant in the room?
we've had some airplanes that came out today, and so let's take a look at it right here. What do you see right here? So this is the brand new e-flite Habu XS 80mm EDF jet.
Looks good.
I know it's actually not terribly bad. The only thing is like the plug and play is basically $450, right? Then if you want the one with the bond and fly with the AS3X Plus and all that safe, it's $529.99. And this is your pretty basic airplane. Now, I thought it was pretty interesting they came out with this one on pre-order because of the status of the tariffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was pretty interesting for them to go ahead and do that, because it's not a smart idea to go ahead and do, pre-order if tariffs are going to take a bite. So it's kind of strange that they're going to do that.
When does it say potentially available?
What'd you say?
When does it say it's going to be potentially available?
It's releasing on April 20th, so it's not too far away.
30th of April.
Yeah, April 30th.
They may already have it in a container already past customs.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
So they may already know the price they paid.
I hope so. Let's hope so. So, but yeah, so this is the airplane. Basically, right here, you can kind of see its looks and everything. What do y'all think so far of the color? I mean,
looks like a Vulcan.
It definitely does look like a Vulcan, doesn't it? But that wing is a little. It's very Habu-ish.
It's absolutely Vulcanish.
I don't know. The Vulcan definitely has more tapered wing. That wing on the Habu is not nearly as streamlined as the Vulcan is.
It's got the Habu look. I mean, technically, the Habu came out first before the Vulcan, so I guess it's its own entity, just new.
That's right.
So man, those lights look really good on there.
Mm-hmm.
They do look good. They look pretty good, and you can see it's got a very clean setup. You can see it's got the AR 637 TA in there. It's a nice little area right there.
I see they did the plastic trim around the canopy opening too.
Oh yeah,
That's nice.
I gotta say, those wheels look flipping awful.
They do look pretty. They do look pretty cheesy, man. What do you think?
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
they don't. Yeah, exactly. No, they look like they're very cheap plastic. I mean, look at that up close, man. Come on now.
Let me ask you guys this: Is a Habu actually a scale jet?
No.
Then I guess it really don't matter.
But it does.
It doesn't matter.
When you look
However,
at
those look like lowrider wheels or like an old BMX tire. I mean,
definitely looks like the Vulcan.
Wheelchair wheels.
the nose
Even like-
wheel is fine,
like the
but
Vulcan,
there's
you're
no
right.
tread on that thing. On those
And the
back
nose wheel, the nose wheel's okay. You know, that's.
Hey, hold on, check it out. Look at the fine detail, man. They
Yes.
have everything in the strut.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
That looks good. Now let's go back to the back one where they goofed up.
Man, hey, you gotta.
Hey,
give
you're
this
not
guy a
wrong.
try, man.
He's not wrong, but there you go. Take a look at it right there.
I got a joke. Okay, when I can joke, please
Yeah.
let me.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
bet you it'll fly circles around the. They can fly circles around the Avanti, the 80 millimeter Avanti, but for
Probably.
dude. Well, look
More
at
than
this.
likely.
Look at there. It's a
Yeah,
good. You can see how
Hey,
wide.
that's definitely got me sold right there. She definitely sold that jet.
I don't.
I'm gonna buy it just because she's holding it.
Yeah.
You better
But,
hope
you
your
know-
wife's been watching, man.
I know who
I was
wife
gonna
is.
say, where's your wife at? Exactly, Alan. Tell him, man. Say, dude, your wife's right around the corner.
Are you
So-
trying to say, Will, that me in the photos doesn't do it for you?
It doesn't do it, apparently.
No,
Apparently, you're not good enough.
Oh, that's
Jeremy,
funny.
You do it for me a lot. You
So-
wouldn't believe. I sit there and look at your photos every night before going to sleep.
This is getting weird.
You like nightmares, I believe. Yikes.
So, but it is actually pretty neat, though, to see. I mean, I think it's a pretty cool airplane.
It's a cool airplane. It's a little expensive.
I would
It
agree.
is a little pricey.
Another
It is a
Habu,
little-
though.
Yeah, I mean, you could pay $40 more and get the 90 millimeter FMS Avanti.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. So let's
Hey, that's those Illinois shoes right there, and you know what I mean.
well, let's
Rackham's only 45 minutes down the road, man. You know, it's cold. It don't even know if it's warm or cold or, you know, half the time around here, man. You know, everything comes through, you know, just, man, it's crazy around here with the weather, I tell you.
Oh, yeah, I bet it
Well,
is.
That Habu is going to, you know, it's going to be a good plane for the market. There's a lot of people that want
What?
it. They really did. They, you know, a lot of people have wanted that composite one
Right.
that they used to have for the long time. The Habu
Yeah, the
2s
32.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, but
Well, I
mean,
thought this was going to be composite. I thought this was a good opportunity for them to make one in 80 millimeter composite and ready to go.
it
Man,
seems
you
like
know how much
majority
they
of the
would have to
companies are trying to do
charge?
sport jets. That's just what it is. A lot of companies are trying to hit the fast speed, the Zeus, the Vulcan, the Avanti. You know,
Well, the Zeus is a 70, right? Or I mean, the
90.
no, the Vulcan
Zeus.
is a 70.
The
Yeah.
Vulcan is a 70.
Yeah, the Vulcan's the same.
And I bet you would smoke that Habu.
Oh, you know it, dude. You know it would. Yeah, for sure.
And you're paying under $300.
Vulcan's light.
Exactly.
We'll see. I mean, I saw some
Vulcan's
comments
not
on
fun.
there. They're counting some pretty decent speeds, but you know, is that dive speed? Is that level speed?
Well, that's what
You know,
I'm
ever
wondering.
since,
What the
ever
average
since
speed
the
is.
Green Havoc, I don't believe any kind of numbers that they put.
Oh yeah, you still sore about that too? Don't feel bad. I also believed it was doing like what they say does 150 miles an hour or something crazy like that, and then people started actually testing it,
140
and
level,
they found out it actually
20
wasn't
minute
really
flight.
doing it at all.
Well, you just found that out with the Electro Streak, man.
Yeah, exactly. And by the way, while we're talking about the Electro Sleek, so me and RC Pilot Will actually took it out today and flew it. And I don't know. I was looking at Will. I was like, man, I said, this thing flies really good. I said, but it just didn't seem fast. It seemed really, really like it didn't seem really slow, but it just didn't seem fast. And so
it didn't meet my expectation.
it didn't either. And until me and Will were driving home, we're coming back from the field, and out of nowhere the light bulb goes off, and I called Will back, and I was like, Will, I was like, you know, I didn't calibrate those ESCs. And I was like, you think that had something to do with it? And he was like, maybe, yeah, probably. And so so definitely we're gonna go back out there and try that again. But it felt like it was doing maybe like 90 miles an
You
hour.
got to
but
get that new prop on there.
It didn't have the speed, but until Mountain RC told me, and Mountain, go ahead and share with everybody what you were basically saying earlier.
So it looks like they released like an addendum, and they said that after additional testing, of course, after they've shipped them out, they said that they were getting closer to 85 using a 3S and up to 110 using a 4S with the stock prop. If you change the prop out to an 810, they're saying that you can achieve a level flight of 100 on 3S and 120 plus on a 4S. So they're saying if you want to go level flight and go over 120, you got to change out the prop.
Which makes perfect sense to me. What do you think, Will?
Yeah, it does. And it's a good sales pitch. Now you got to buy a prop.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong about that. So, but it did fly really, really well with the AS3X. It was almost super smooth. We had zero air, and the thing was just slicing right through the air. So it's definitely a nice flying airplane for sure. But it's probably one of those things where I feel like it's just fun to fly for a couple of times, and then you go fast and turn left, and you kind of let it go after that. So
usually when a manufacturer makes a mistake on something that they advertise as one thing, they don't tell you got to get a prop. They tell you we're sending a prop.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, hey, that's just in my I mean,
yeah, you would think so, but
yeah,
oftentimes it's not working out like that for sure. So, but yeah, man. So, moving right along, we were talking about the Habu, and then after the Habu, they actually had another airplane that came out today. And I don't know if you guys are into this or not, but I love balsa planes. And the cool thing about a balsa plane is, one, they last longer than a foam plane. Not in a crash, but longevity-wise, you're going to get more, I guess, lifespan out of it as long as you don't crash the thing, right? So, but this one actually came as well too. And this is the P-47D Thunderbolt, brand new. It's really not new. We've seen thousands of these things, but this is the 20.
Have one like that a long time.
Yeah, they did. There was a discontinued one, and now
they did.
Yeah,
they did. They had the discontinued one, like you said, back in the early 2000s, and then they brought this one back. But for $550, you get this bird, 20cc ARF, and an electric retract set. So you get 2 retracts with this.
I was just about to ask you, do you get the retracts with that for that price?
You do. Okay. So,
that's not a bad price.
It's not a bad price. Not a bad looking airplane. My thing was
is that retracts or is that struts?
Those are the retracts right there. So
you're getting the retracts.
It's got wire gear, it looks like. So
yeah, and that was the same thing they did last time. It had wire gear, but they were horrible, and they had that single servo. But this one has, I don't know if that's a real light or just painted.
That looks painted.
It definitely does.
I don't know, guys.
I think this is more appealing than the Habu, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is pretty.
Yeah, it's a nice looking airframe right here.
Yeah. But you can see
another credit too. Good job on that.
And you can see it right here. So I'm always a fan of balsa airplanes, because there was a time where balsa literally just went away, and Great Plains went away, and everything was just dying out. So I'm always happy to see companies come out with the balsa plane. So this is a good addition. And so
that's good.
Why does the covering on the front, like, why don't they have it? Because obviously you can use a gasoline engine in this thing, right?
Yep.
Right.
Why don't they have any venting in the front? Like, it's solid, just solidly.
Because with this kind of airplane, you cut the cowling right there for it. You cut the cowling on a gas plane.
Gotcha.
Trying to see if we got some shots.
You don't put the motor on the inside without any kind of opening on the outside.
Right.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like there's no opening right now. So
you cut it
right
based
here
upon the motor and your orientation. So per se,
your motor is going to be upside down
on one motor, but it'll stick out the right side on another. So they can't just automatically put a hole.
Gotcha. So
you do that.
All right.
So if you put like a DLE 20 in this thing, you're probably going to put it in there upside down, and so you're going to cut a hole right here for cooling, because that head.
I don't think the 20 is going to go into
right
that.
So you'll put it right there if you could fit one of those in there. So,
That looks
do you
a
have?
little small for a 20. But
It's a 20cc size airplane.
well, we'll see.
What was it? 67 inches.
Prove me
Yeah.
wrong, Pete.
Yep. You see right here? So it's made specifically for 20cc, like a DLE 20.
Yeah.
The
DLE 20s are tiny.
DLE,
They're very
20
tiny.
are a big motor.
Those things are tiny, man. Dude, you can get a 20 in there. You could put a 17 in there. You could put
That's
a
funny.
AX1, what is it, a 120 in there, a nitro engine. That'll fit in there for sure. So,
You know what else you can put in there, Bobby?
what?
A K70.
A K70? A turbine? Oh my God, this guy. You're definitely not going to fit a turbine in that thing.
No, sir.
My brain
Put
went
it
to
into a
reset
jet
there
there,
for a second.
Will, and go get the waiver done and fly.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you,
looking
dude.
for this guy.
Look, he's pointing at you. He's pointing at you, Jeremy.
I'm pointing at you.
I'm right here. I'm here.
Well, okay.
Oh, you want me to put a motor on there?
Apparently. This is crazy. So
Turbo prop.
Jeremy, help me get my waiver because I'm waiting on Bobby and
I've already set it up. You just literally got to go to the next place. So
okay.
right.
Neither don't we.
Hey, look, let's do this real quick. So Hamilton, you've got 2 more to give away, right? Or 1 more?
That's right.
Okay. All right. So let's do
Let's
another
do it.
raffle, guys. We've got 43 people in the room. I'm jumping into the comments. Get ready to put in your numbers. I'm going to put in the lines right here. So it is now 9:40. We're going to go from let's go
Let's
from
go the Maverick one. Yeah, Maverick. I feel the need for speed.
Oh, dude, that Maverick one's cool, man.
Yeah.
That is cool.
They're all layered down too. It's legit. It's not bad.
All right, so hold your numbers. It just turned 9:41. So go ahead and put your numbers in there right now. We're going to go from 9:41 to 9:42. After 9:42 and you don't have your numbers in, you are out of luck. So go ahead and put your numbers in 1 through 50. I feel like I should have some Jeopardy music going on, but I don't.
Elevator music, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could throw in some music right here. Here you go.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Puts on the music he's going to be using later.
Exactly. As I'm going to bed by myself. The most fitting would probably be that right here. Me crying to myself. Crying myself to sleep.
Wow.
All right. Let me just jump back into the comments and see. Oh, it's still 9:41. Get your numbers in.
9:42 now.
I did.
Boom. All right, here we go. It's 9:42. It's in there. All right. So those guys that are in there before my hashes, you're still good. Okay.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
All right, here we go. So we're going to set it up. We're going to run this thing twice. All right. Got the picker wheel up. Remove the choice. Y'all ready?
Yep, let's do it.
Here we go.
Spin, spin, spin.
This is like satisfying. $34. Okay. All right. Let's jump into the stream. Number 34. All right, here we go. Where am I at? Look at all these people put those numbers after I did. All right. 34. I'm going up looking for 34. 34.
Nobody.
What's up, RC playing game? I don't see 34 yet.
Nobody.
Nobody got
It's like
30.
312. I don't know. I see a. Are they supposed to be typing it still, or can they still type it afterwards, or are they gonna redo it afterwards? Or
Nah. We'll have to run it again. Nobody won.
Yeah, nobody got it. 9:42.
Yeah,
9:42.
nobody got it.
Wait a second.
dang.
No. 9:42, right? We went from 9:41 to 9:42.
I don't see anything after his lines.
Yeah, I don't see it either. So we're gonna roll it
9:42.
again.
That's 34.
Nah, nobody did.
No, dude.
31,
Hey,
20,
Will.
94.
Nobody got it, buddy. Relax.
Are you sure?
Nobody got it. Yeah.
I'm looking at
nobody
this.
got it.
Winner, chicken dinner, 34.
All right, I had to remove him, dude. This dude's just causing chaos, man. And I brought him back. All right, here we go. All right. So okay, we're gonna do it again. So it's 9:43. We're just gonna wait. We'll wait for 9:44.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
it's 9:44. Put your numbers in right now. Put your numbers in 1 through 50.
When you cut it off, Bobby, put your
All right.
in
At
there, then we
9:45
cut
is
it
when
off.
it stops. Get your numbers in.
That way you know if
Yeah,
anybody's jumping in.
that's right. And here we go. Waiting for 9:45.
Chaos is my middle thing.
I'm just staring at the clock right now as we speak. I'm like, come on.
While we waiting, I'll show this to everybody, including you, Jeremy.
What?
I want to show
He's
this.
gonna include you, Jeremy.
You see that?
It's gonna be what?
You know what that is?
Well, what is? I can't see
Right,
it.
it's
Down the
9:45.
bottom.
There we go.
It's in the
9:45.
bottom- It's in the bottom corner. I can't see it.
All right, 9:45 just hit. So okay, anything past those hash marks. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. So 9:45. All right, we're gonna roll it again.
Jeremy, that's funny, dude.
Here we go. Straight up chaos. But it's organized chaos.
Oh.
It's organized chaos. 16. Okay. Number 16. All right. Somebody had
16.
Winston Brown. Winston Brown.
Winston Brown. Let's see.
Winston
here.
Brown.
Yep, Winston Brown. You got it, buddy.
Good job,
Boom,
Winston.
that's a homegrown guy. There you go, man. He
Congratulations, Winston. Top Gun Maverick coming your way.
There
Send me
it
an
is.
email. HamiltonHanger@gmail.com. Send
Nice.
it. I got you.
I'm proud of that.
Awesome, man.
All right,
Now
Hamilton,
it's time
we
for
got one
the
more.
grand winner, right? Let's do it. This cockpit set for, and if you don't have a 90 millimeter, this will probably make you want to get one. You know what I mean? But if you're into just making small scale stuff, I recently have spent all my time doing stuff like that and things like that. And
So
it's worth it
yep.
though. You know what I mean? So
Next
so you
up is
guys
a
know.
90 millimeter set. All right. So we're going to start this one at 9:47 and we're going to go from 9:48. Y'all ready? Let's just wait till 9:47 and I'm going to put the hash lines in and then y'all can start. Let's see here. We're going to wait. This is the big grand prize right here, dude. This is fun. This is fun. All right.
And there's
Just
probably
wait.
gonna be an additional thing in there as well for whoever wins this prize.
Nice. And then Jeremy Stoltz going to throw in like some cool stuff too, some swag. He's going to give one of his airplanes away.
Wait.
He said he's gonna get that jet ruler, ain't it?
One of those. All right. Okay. So it's 9:47. Put your numbers in 1 through 50. Go.
Yeah, right. You'll be hearing Kyler come knock on the door or something like that and be like, dude, what? Are you giving one of the planes away?
Exactly. Yeah, Kyler. Like, I don't know
You'll be
what
like, Dad, where'd this plane go?
Exactly.
like I don't know what Dad was talking about, but it's not working. All right. So we're going to shut this one down at 9:48. So get your numbers in. Man. Let's see here. All right, man. We got a bunch of people in here. Lionel Randall, what's up, buddy? Richard Hensley, what's going on? Mr. Bentley in here. Louis Motorsports. Winston Brown in the house. Jay Custer.
Yeah, hello everybody again. Good to see everybody too. Thanks for having me. But just so you know, Bobby, I appreciate
Of
you.
course, man. Always, dude. You know you're a resident here, dude. You got a home in the back over here on this channel. You got a
Appreciate
house.
it, man.
Let's see here. All right. Alan, too. All right, here we go. All right, 9:48. All right, we're locking it in. We're stopping at these hash marks. Okay. No more numbers at this point. All right, boys and girls. So here we go. Will, what happened to you?
I accidentally clicked
We don't know,
myself.
man.
Look, hey, y'all missed it. Will was in the background, like waving his hands, like
I was like, bring me back.
in the back. Okay. Okay, here we go. Y'all ready? A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. Spin.
I don't even remember the number I put. I don't think it was that.
29. Number 29. Okay, here we go. Who got 29? 29. Oh, Winston. Was that Winston Brown?
Is it?
Yeah.
We got a 2-time?
Oh man. Let me see here. Nah, it can't be. I think I was looking at a wrong number. Here we go.
I don't think anybody got 29, did they?
I'm looking. Let's see. 47 to 48.
I am not seeing a 29.
Nope. No 29.
Redo.
Redo it is. All right, guys.
Keep
All
the
right,
same number. Let's go.
All right, here we go. And what is it? 149? Go ahead. Put your numbers in 149 right now, and we're going to stop at 950. All right, hurry up. You better get them in while you can. No pressure. You know, a little bit of stress. A little stress induced there. It's always good for the people. Alan, are you putting your numbers in there too?
No, I was told not to.
Man.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Jeremy, you're the only one breaking the rules, dude. I knew there was a rebel in here somewhere.
For the rules.
That man's rebel on. All right. All right, it's 950. I hope everybody got those numbers in. We're done right there. Okay. Okay, 950. All right. Here we go. We're going to jump back into the number picker. Spin. Dude, this is like the ASMR stuff kids listen to. Sounds. Here we go. 11. All right, who got 11? Ooh, is that Airvexed?
Wait a second. 12 has gone out of there, right?
Yeah,
Look at
let's
that
see.
screen.
Airvex. What happened? Oh,
Did
there
it
he is.
remove 12 out of there?
Oh,
Because it
yeah.
won once?
Here we go. Let's look. Airvex got 11.
Yep. Right at the stopping point, he got 11 too.
Yeah, dude, he slid in
Right
there.
at the cutoff, he got 11.
Wow. Wait, we have to make sure he only put one number in there and didn't do two.
Right. You're right.
Wait, I see 949. There's a no, we did. He's got 48 here too.
He's got two numbers in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a 39 in there.
Oh, Airvex.
Yep, you lost, buddy.
Airvex. You broke the rules, man.
That's
He got a 48. He's got a 39. He's got a 11.
Airvex, not Airvex.
Yeah, buddy. It doesn't work.
Man,
oh
dude.
man, he done
It's
lost.
got to redo.
You tried to work the system, and now the system worked you. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Yeah. He said it's okay.
There's qualified.
All right, here we go. We're going to do it one more time. One more time. Here we go. He said disqualified. All right. Start your numbers now. It's 9:51. We're going to go till 9:52. Put your numbers in. Go. And make sure you put it in one time.
Yeah, you put more
That's
than
crazy
one.
numbers.
Yo, wow.
I know. I mean, how did you think we were not going to see that? We've got 5 people on the line over here. These dudes are just waiting.
5 reps.
Just waiting.
We're like security.
Yeah, these guys are like security here. We've got Stolt Security. We've got Allen Security, Mountain RC Security. We've got RC Pilot Will Security, and we got Hamilton's Hangar Security.
This is
Hey,
like
Bobby,
security.
while you're doing that, I sent you some pictures in Messenger.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Let me see here. All right, we're going
Will,
to.
was those vents for the F-22?
They were.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I thought I saw, but you were down punished in the corner.
I know, man. He's been a bad boy lately.
Yeah.
That dude's been bad, guys.
Oh, that looks good.
There you go.
Finally, some people had to call him out, man. Tell him to quit being a heathen.
That's courtesy of Mr. Lionel Randall.
Oh, nice, Lionel Randall.
Yeah, he made those for me and sent them to me.
All right, numbers are ending. It's 9:53. Okay, we're good. All right, here we go. We're going to run it one last time. Here we go. One last time. Like that Brian McKnight song. Here we go.
Do it.
Come on, guys.
Who's it gonna be?
Somebody win it.
That's the number I was going to pick.
Yeah, 23.
No, I'm just joking.
Let's see if somebody got 23.
Jay Custer.
Yep, Jay Custer.
Jay Custer it is. Good job, my friend. Boom. Jay Custer, you got you a custom cockpit set. Good job, dude. Hey, man, that was fun. Man. And compliments
to man, congratulations.
Compliments to Hamilton's Hangars, man. This dude, I mean, honestly.
Thanks, man.
He's really been churning out some good stuff. Certainly appreciate you, taking your personal time to come out here and your personal, product as well too, and let us raffle it off. So, if you
Yeah,
guys are
man.
not
Thank you.
familiar with some of the work he does really good stuff. Also, not only does he make cool things like this, but he also makes pretty much you have laser edging things where you can burn into wood as well, right?
Yeah, laser engraver too. So like this table right here is actually a table I just actually made today. And tomorrow I'll be putting some 1x4s on top of it and then smacking my own logo on top of here, my Hamilton Sanger logo that I have up there in the corner of the screen over top the entire table. You know what I mean? But yes, so love laser engraving.
I'm glad you're talking about that, because one thing that I've wanted to have for a while is that I want my AMA number and my address and my AMA number, my name, and my phone number, like on a little piece of wood, or you could 3D print it.
Print it. Yeah.
So I can put it in my airplanes. Yeah, and I'll need a couple of them so I can put them in there, my turbines and stuff like that. So I'm not having a sheet of paper or something like that in there. So, just to police it up, and that's another good thing too for you guys. So you're in, you're following AMA rules and everything, still putting your numbers in your airplane.
Yeah, so, man, I can only tell you though, you probably got about 1,000 people in the chat laughing at you though, because I'm just giving you a hard time though, because the AMA stuff, you know what I mean?
I know, dude.
Put your number on the side, like, hey man, this isn't a DJI drone or anything like that.
Hey, I know. I'm just kidding. I know, man. Hey,
we'll be on you though, you can't even fire those
turbines,
things up from some places.
Those turbines, man, you if you're gonna fly at some of those events, man, you might have somebody come in there and check that thing. You just never know. So
I take it seriously.
I did stickers on mine that were the size of an eraser on a pencil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it had all of my information on there. You had to get a magnifying glass to look at it, but it was there.
I've heard people doing stuff like that.
So, and it looks like 700 feet. It looks like a cereal plate. So you put it on your landing gear, so it doesn't like degrade from any kind of scale look.
Yeah, that makes.
You're able to make it into a QR code too, or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good too.
Possible, you know what I mean? I don't see any of the rules against that, but I mean, I have my own QR code that I use, and I put on the back. I have a couple of deals with some teams down in Florida, baseball teams that I make these logos for.
Nice.
And they requested that I put my own QR code on the back of them and stuff like that, for people when they ask about it, like, hey, here you go, scan. But it's super easy.
This out. We got Mountain RC right here, dude. Alan, man, I hope you had a good time hanging out with us, man. Dude.
This is awesome. I'm so glad to be on. This was like kind of a dream, because I've been watching the channel for years, and so and then watch, same with you, Will. Been watching your channel for a long time, and I look up to you guys. So it's been a blast being on here.
Yeah, dude, this has been real cool.
To make it, man.
Yeah,
I'm really glad we were able to make it.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we talked about it a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and also too, like, I wanted before you leave and everything like that, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of the airplanes I see in the back there. Mm-hmm. What was your thoughts on some of the on that Hobby King? Was it the Glosser right there?
Oh, the Gloster Gladiator.
Yeah, what do you think about that? So I've been looking at that for a while.
That's just kind of like when I just want to relax and fly a good plane that doesn't have any bad tendencies. It's an easy, just leisure flyer. It runs on 4S, so it's got power, so you can fly it, beyond scale if you want to. But it's just a good scale flying plane. I enjoy it. I highly recommend it. And usually it's on sale for like under $200.
I know, it is pretty crazy how inexpensive it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I gotta say, I love your Minutemen F-16, dude.
Man, thank you.
Is that not cool?
Yeah, thank you.
They did a great job on that.
When you first put a short out on it, and I was like, dude, that is crazy.
Thank you. Yeah, I
have a friend who's a senior master sergeant in that squadron right now.
Oh, really? Yeah. So I almost enjoy customizing as much as I do flying. So I enjoy it, and I love talking to people about it. And like I said, I like to come to the field and. I don't want to have the same plane with the same scheme as everybody else. So I like to change it up.
Right.
I've seen you do some, Will, too. Like I've seen a few that you've done as well, and they look really good.
Yeah, I did that MiG-29, which I wish I didn't crash. And then I did.
That's everybody.
F-16.
I wish I didn't crash.
That's all of us, dude. All of us.
That MiG-29 took me 10 days to paint.
Yeah.
I remember.
10 days. Dude, that hurt when I crashed that jet. I just threw the whole jet away. I said, I'm not even gonna try to fix it.
I didn't see you cry. You didn't cry not one bit about it.
No, I didn't cry. I just laughed about it like I normally do. But on the
Hey, hey, what we do when we're driving home is our own personal business. All
That's
right.
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 That's right.
What happens in the car, you don't need to know.
That's
That's
funny,
it.
dude. That is funny.
But there was one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. That actually Jeremy has right here. I wanted to show you guys real quick. Let me just pull it up, and I think we are going to be in good shape here. Let me
More fun.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff I want you guys to hear about. Up there it is. All right.
Hopefully it's about that J20.
Hey, let's take it out right here. Let's hold on.
That
Let me just get
that
this.
is going to be done soon, real soon.
Awesome. I mean, the next one of my jets on that jet's coming my way for sure.
Here we go. Boom. Check this out, guys. Look at this. Jet roller.
Oh yeah. For
That is
Y'all know what that
Griffin.
is? That's
Griffin.
the Griffin. You're right.
Sorry,
Look at
Griffin. Sorry, Griffin. That's
how
awesome.
pretty is that, dude? Look at this thing. That's Jeremy.
No,
Look at that.
look at that fat guy right there.
That reminds me of that fat
Neon
guy in a little coat.
2.3 meters long.
Look at that.
What is that? 110?
No, that's turbine.
That's a
Where-
turbine.
so
It takes a 120 to a 190 Newton turbine.
Closet.
Is that
and
thrust vector
again,
on that?
You won't fly.
It does not. So this is the scale version of it. So there is a sport version that will be available that will have vector. It has lighter landing gear, all that kind of stuff. So
Oh man,
Look
that
at
looks
there.
sweet.
Look at that.
Gosh.
speed brakes,
Wow.
lights. Look at that beefy gear. It's gonna
That's
be
nice.
cool.
Man,
So that is,
look at
that is on
that.
the way, gentlemen. We will give you as much information as we can on it as we
Those speed brakes.
get going. And
I know, man. The speed brakes are amazing.
So, Jeremy, is
That's
that going to be
crazy.
in the next giveaway from Banana Harbor?
it
That's
is,
so funny, man.
but
Yeah,
it's only
super
gonna have my
fun.
number right now.
Man's got jokes right there. My God.
It's gonna be just
Very nice
one
looking
circle
jet.
with my number on it, and
Jeez.
no, we're
looking
you know,
jet.
we're trying to get these things evaluated and make sure that you guys are getting good stuff. That's what we're doing. That's why the J20 is not out yet. Is we keep seeing a couple of things that we want to make better before you guys get it in your hands and start saying, "Oh, this or that." You know, no.
Like
we're
I said,
making it
I was
better,
able
so.
to go out to the field with Jeremy and watch the J20 fly, and I actually watched two of them fly in tandem, and they definitely put him through the paces, and he's definitely asking for criticism. You know, he's not just out there saying this is what it is. He's saying, tell me what's wrong and scale this thing 1 to 10. I want to know what's going on. And so he can, make the corrections that he needs to make and take notes, because he's definitely taking notes. And I've got some footage of it that hopefully I can get out pretty soon on him.
Yeah,
I
Jerry.
got a really cool video of it flying with the B1, and it's awesome.
Yeah, we got a lot of footage on there. We just want to show you guys the airplane when it's ready. We
Right.
don't want to be like
Yeah.
what it's kind of been, where we're sorry it's taking so long, but we want to make it right. That's
Right.
really
Yeah.
the big key.
Hey guys, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna inject this real quick, Bobby, and
I'm waiting.
But Mount LC, if you really want to see some good turbine flying, you need to come watch Bobby off camera.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Hey, man. I just have fun. That's all.
That's when the good turbine flying happens. He
Oh, you
flies-
got to get that on footage.
when the
That's funny
camera's
right
not
there.
rolling. When the camera's rolling,
you guys,
he plays nice guy.
I do.
you guys got to do a B-roll end of the year compilation.
blooper
random.
reel.
We do. We need
Now,
to.
he stays within the limits of the rules and got him.
I'm a rule follower, man. That's just what I do.
That's funny. You gotta follow rules out there doing that stuff.
He does on camera.
Yeah. I tell you what, man.
It's a good
Look,
time out there.
You can have
the way
2
I
million
fly.
followers if you just release the videos, man.
I know. That's what I'm screaming.
Yeah,
That's
I
funny.
might sneak a video on him when he think the camera's not on, and I'll be back there like I'm tinkering with my plane or something, and then
You just did that. Like you
just
just did that
just
earlier.
start recording.
He does that, man. He'll snipe me all the time, man, when I'm over there not paying attention. And he's like, "We're recording." I'm like, "Oh, man." I'm like, "You can't do that."
He got me today.
Really?
Well, at
That's
least
messed
at
up.
least he's not saying, "Hey, we're live."
That's true.
Yeah, no kidding.
He was like, I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, we're already rolling. I'm like, dude, you got me with my pants down. Like,
I sure did. I love doing that, man. It's so much fun. I mean,
Will's probably like, okay, Bobby, the camera's off. You can take it out of safe now.
Exactly right. Oh my god, that would be crazy. He's like, you can take it out of safe. You're amongst friends. It's okay now. Oh man.
Oh man.
Let's see here. Dunson Hendry says, I am late to the show. Playoff basketball. That's all good. Eddie K said FAA gave us around 400-foot operations in Class G airspace. We're not in Class G airspace. Unfortunately, we don't qualify for that because we're so low to the airport. We're close to it a lot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we got a 700-foot ceiling. So
man,
look at that.
That is actually pretty good.
Man.
But
hey, I'm gonna have to get off here, guys. It's about 9 o'clock my time, and I gotta definitely make sure my kids are going to bed because they got school tomorrow. So
I'm right with you, dude. I'm right there with you. But look, man,
still leads to a little bit of RC time.
Yeah, hey, I certainly appreciate you, man.
Nice to have you on, bud.
Yeah, dude.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me, and then all the winners, and then make sure you guys get a hold of me, and then Jeremy, if you want to send me an email or something like that, I'll definitely get with you on getting some soul productions or something like that for you, because I know you're always at events or
we got to look up Mountain RC. He's got to get some love
even
too,
Banana
man.
Hobby or whatever too. You know what I mean? You can give you something for Banana Hobby and just
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Well, look,
everybody
guys,
deserves something. Everybody needs something, dude. You know what I mean? So why not give what I got, right? So I don't need them all. So
Look, we've been rolling for almost an hour and a half, man. I think it's time for us to shut this bad boy down, man. It's been absolutely phenomenal, man. This has been a great show. Mountain RC, man, certainly glad to have you on here. Such a chill dude, very laid back, easy going, just having fun, man. I mean, and great conversation too. You had some good input, so we got to have you back on the channel for sure.
I'd love to come back anytime.
Got to have you back here, man. And Hamilton, man, you always are good to have on the channel, man. You always bring some good positive energy to everybody. And yeah, man, we're just happy for you, dude. We're happy to have you on board. And Jeremy Stoll, we got Jeremy. Jeremy's always squared away. He always is good for some good old comedy and everything like that. So
I'm here to make fun of.
Hey, you help us out, man. You give us that satire that we need so desperately. So, and then we've got RC Pilot Will over there, man. He's always good. And like I said earlier today, we came out, we flew, had a good time and everything. So cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, don't be a stranger. Stay tuned. We'll definitely have you back on the channel, Mountain RC. Guys, don't forget to check out Mountain RC's channel. You want to put the information over there?
Yeah, just go into YouTube and type in youtube.com/@mountainrc. You'll find me.
There you go. You got them right there. So guys, stay tuned. And yeah, be looking out for Mountain RC. Check out his channel.
I just subscribed to you, bro. I got you.
Thanks, you want to drop a link in there, man?
Yes, sir. And hitting the bell too. I got you.
Nice. There you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that
Mountain
bell.
RC's channel. He's coming out with really good stuff. I actually was looking at his channel. What was it, last week, the week before? And dude, you got some really good content, man. You're really coming out with some
I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm a fan, and I already subbed to it. So man, we're good over here.
Awesome.
Did you hear what happened to Eddie?
Awesome.
No, what happened to Eddie?
Eddie had to have a surgery on his other knee now.
No way.
What happened?
Yeah. He had the worst of worst days. Paulo crashed an airplane, and then Eddie crashed an airplane, and we had to go recover it. And when he was going over the barbed wire fence, he jumped, and he tore ligaments in his good knee.
He's not young anymore. Got the brittle bones.
He just went through surgery on Wednesday. So,
man. Gotta drink that. You gotta drink that whole milk, man. That 2% milk won't cut it.
This guy, man.
We're
See, I've been telling you, kids. I'm just kidding.
That's why we drink whole milk over here. Because 2% ain't nothing but water flavored milk. I'm kidding. Look,
Oh
I hope
man,
he
that's
does.
funny, man.
I do hope he does feel better, man.
Yeah,
You know,
for
sometimes
sure.
Yeah, definitely.
you gotta laugh at what makes you cry, but that's some serious stuff. And you know, one day, you know, who knows, that may happen to me, and I'm gonna be like, ah, dang it, Bobby, you shouldn't have made fun of that situation. But yeah, so I hope he does get better though. So big shout out, and hope he gets well. But guys, oh, you know what? Before we go though, I've got to tell you guys something. Before we go, so I flew the V2 F-16 by Free Wing. Will was there. Will witnessed this. That thing launched off of the ground. It is an absolute awesome flyer.
Oh
Will
my
saw it with his
God.
own eyes.
Dude, it looked like the full scale jet was sitting on the runway with the thrusters up and just let go of the brakes. Like when he hit throttle and it just said
10 feet, 20 feet.
boom, and it just took off. And I was like, what in the world? I was like, the thing took off like it was a turbine. Like,
Yeah. That thing is absolutely amazing flyer. And it flies extremely fast.
You can look at it and see its flying light.
Yeah.
I have the V1 and I know what it looks like when it's flying. It has some weight to it. And I can tell it has weight to it. But that V2, watching that thing, how quick it rotated off the ground without any flaperons or any assist like that. It
On
rotated
grass.
off grass quickly. And I mean, no modifications, nothing. And it just, boom, it's gone. And then when he's flying it around, I'm like, dude, that thing's just grooving like it's not even any resistance against it, no weight against it, nothing. It was just flying.
And it was absolutely balanced. I flew it with the 5,000. What was it, like a 5,600 SMC? And the thing is an absolute rocket. It cruises around at 50% throttle. So that is one to watch out for, because I was thinking that airplane was going to be a heavy hog and underpowered, and I had low expectations for it. And when I took that sucker off, completely different monster, man. So you'll see video of that one coming out, and I have absolutely nothing to say on that thing. I actually wish I got the 8S version of it, but I'm glad I got the 6S because I was concerned about weight and it being too heavy. But stay tuned for that. Also, Will, you saw the thing land. It lands amazing.
Dude, it came in.
It's crazy.
Textbook landing. Like the approach of it, everything.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It literally has me a little envious because I'm like, dang, I should have just went ahead and got the V2 instead of this V1. I was like,
hey,
man.
dude, that V2, look, and I'm not making fun of it, but the V2 versus the V1 is a completely different class.
Yeah.
It's a completely different airplane.
You look at them from the inside out, and it's like it's a lot cleaner inside. You look at the V1, there's wires everywhere. There's this big board at the front that's just like they cleaned it up a lot.
And I don't get excited a lot, but that airplane actually made me really excited. Like today, I wanted to take it out and fly it, but I needed to get footage of this Spitfire right here that we never even talked about. We didn't even get a chance to talk about the Spitfire, but for another show. But anyway, stay tuned.
Guys, we did get the Viper back in the air after its catastrophic burnout of that wire harness.
Look at that, dude.
And all I gotta say is, man, that thing has tons of thrust.
Yeah.
Without going full throttle.
I'm really enjoying the RC journey, man. But the prop planes, the EFs, everything, dude, it all has a place. So, but look, we've been going for an hour and 33 minutes. I already said my thank yous to everybody. And big shout out to everybody in the channel, dude. And hanging in there. I mean, we got a lot of good people, you know, Bill Wagner, Wiggle Fingers, Dustin Henry, Gary S, Winston Brown, Victor RC Jets. Victor, I want to have you on here too, man. I got questions for you, sir. You've been around for a while, so I got questions for you. So we're gonna have you on the channel. We're gonna have Winston Brown on the channel.
Police and stuff, man.
Yeah, we got questions for you. So, but yeah. Other than that,
the police, right?
And then
I know that's what's funny, man. Y'all don't know, man.
Look, Michael is like our day one channel guy. He was like one of 6 people who started, and he's still in the channel. So I gotta have him on here.
You gotta have him.
But I feel like Michael, I'm gonna have to tell him he's got to be filtered. He's got to be clean. You know, man's he's from Buffalo. I know how my in-laws are from there.
Hey, he's from Buffalo.
Yeah, I know what he's about. I know what he's about. I know how he talks. So we're gonna have to watch him.
To go with that, his picture is a Viper 90. So yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know he's a good dude. But you guys that are in the channel, man, certainly appreciate you guys coming in and Downforce. I see you in there too, 3120. Always glad to have you guys. But again, Mountain RC guys, don't forget to check out his channel. Like and subscribe to his channel if you can.
Thing's a big battery.
Oh, dude, he's got a lot of good content. And really doing just straightforward, honest reviews. And those are the people that I like to support. Because those are the companies I also like to support. That's why we got Banana Hobby here. And I had somebody tell me, they're like, oh, you're showing favoritism. No, dude, I like companies that are really legit and they're real people behind it. And that's Banana Hobby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they're just good. There's no smoke and mirrors, you know. So
still haven't heard back about my
ESC. Dunson Henderson, that sounds like somebody's grandmother. That's messed up, man. But anyway,
Bill Wagner in the chat, dude. Bill Wagner's awesome. He does some really good schemes, dude. I actually talked to Bill Wagner. I got his phone number and stuff, dude. And he he does a really, really killer job on his schemes, man.
I'm telling you,
killer, you know. And he'll be putting one of these cockpit sets in his stuff as well. I've already got a package already over here, just about ready for him too. It's been so busy with other orders. So,
well, there you have it, guys.
Did you see that?
Here you go. Go ahead, say it.
Did you see that battery that Shay has?
Oh yeah, he showed it to us.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ! All right,
good night, guys. Dude, while your internet was acting up, Shay was showing us those 2 massive batteries.
Yeah, that's I know.
Look at that, dude.
I'm not opening it right now, so you know, you guys can just stay tuned for the video like tomorrow or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely like a 12S port on there, you know, and then 12S charger too. I haven't even looked at the charger yet either.
I guarantee you, I got something longer than those batteries.
Crazy how small this charger is. You know,
let's bring your
specs
wife
on this. Dude, 30 amps, 1100 watts, all the way up to 12S. Crazy.
Well, there you have it, boys and girls. Look, we're gonna punch out before this thing gets rowdy over here. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Check out Mountain RC's channel. Check out not Mountain RC's, but Hamilton's Hangars. Also, Hamilton's Customs Creations. RC Pilot Will. Jeremy Stolt always continue to follow his channel as well. And also Banana Hobby too. He's making sure these guys are on the up and up and legit. And also, you've got all these guys right here that are just good sources of information. Each one of us right here has something to bring to the table. I can tell you, all of us don't know anything, you know, one thing, but we know a little bit about a lot of in this hobby. So lean on everybody in this. If you got questions, you can always reach out to any one of us up here, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Without further ado, we're going to pop smoke. It's nice having you guys. Have a good Friday.
That's all for tonight, folks. Thank you for coming.
All for tonight. And we got